Hey guys, Duckshots here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Dead Rising 4, and I'm going to be giving my based on opinion on it and a review. Let's get this started. Now guys, I've happened to play Dead Rising 4 over the last couple of weeks, and now this game's been out for a couple of months now, guys. And Dead Rising 4 is a big hit right now in zombies games just because there's not a lot of them out right now that are new, in my opinion. So right now guys, I'm going to be giving you guys a review on Dead Rising 4. So let's talk about the graphics overall. The overall graphics in Dead Rising 4, guys, is absolutely brilliant. It looks really, really good, okay? Now, as far as other engines out there and other games such as like Battlefield or Call of Duty, you know, obviously the graphics don't look as good, but they still look really good, guys. I really do believe Dead Rising 4 is one of the best games they've made as far as the Dead Rising series in a long time, because especially in Dead Rising 3, guys, because Dead Rising 3 was a really bad game. Now guys, the reason why I say Dead Rising 3 is a really bad game is because the campaign, guys, overall in the single player mode was not very good, okay? The mechanics in the game was very bad. Killing the zombies just wasn't cool to me. Everything just seemed too fast and everything just seemed too weird, okay? The weapons really sucked, and I just didn't really like the story mode in that game, because when I first played that game, I wasn't very, intrigued about it at all, because it was just, very, very boring to me. And especially the mechanics of the game was really bad. Now guys, the improvements from Dead Rising 4 is obviously improved a lot over Dead Rising 3, okay? The mechanics is so much better, guys. You got the multiplayer mode now that is available in Dead Rising 4, and it's actually pretty fun. Although, guys, I was very disappointed that co-op was not available in the campaign, because for whatever reason, I have no idea. So hopefully they're going to introduce that someday in the next Dead Rising game, but I highly doubt it. Now guys, obviously the graphics look so much better in this game compared to Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3 was a really iffy game, it was a 360 game when it first came out, and I have to say Dead Rising 4 is going to be one of the best as far as, all the Dead Rising series if they continue the story. Now guys, the driving mechanics in this game is a little weird. I really don't really like the driving mechanics in Dead Rising 4, although you don't really expect it to be great in a game like this, just because in, previous Dead Rising games it wasn't really, very fun, especially in Dying Light. In Dying Light, the mechanics was a little iffy, but it was so much better than Dead Rising's and Dead Rising 3, Dead Rising 4. Now guys, the overall campaign mission, guys, I have not yet beat this game yet, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little about what I think about the campaign. Now guys, obviously the setting starts off in Christmas time, which is kind of cool when they introduced this in Dead Rising 4. Really, the Christmas mode makes it a little bit more funnier, I guess, make it a little bit more funnier, especially the weapons that you could use and combo weapons. And it's really, really cool that they introduced this in, the whole game, because it's just really cool. It really is. But I think in the future, guys, what I really should do as far as the developers, they should introduce like a Halloween type of setting instead of just a Christmas. I think it would be so much more scarier and just a whole lot more fun, in my opinion, and have different costumes and combo weapons like that. Alright guys, is this game really worth to buy in your guys' opinion? In my opinion, is it worth to buy? Is it worth to buy, to play, to give it a try? I honestly do believe it is, okay, at this point, but just because I think the campaign is really, really good, obviously, because if you haven't played this game yet, you're in for a treat if you do like zombie games. So Dead Rising 4, guys, the campaign is actually pretty good so far. The multiplayer mode is a little bit weird because everything just is always based off inside of the the whole map, and it's really not fun like that. But I guess the multiplayer is okay because you get to kill a lot of zombies and do so many other things that you wish you could do. Now guys, what other things could they do in the future for the next Dead Rising game, basically? I think they should introduce co-op mode into Dead Rising, the new game. If it's Dead Rising 5 or whatever they want to call it, they should introduce co-op campaign, okay? Co-op campaign needs to happen, in my opinion, because zombie games are really not fun by yourself, just because most people try to play them with other friends, or as such, especially like Dying Light or like a Call of Duty type game. And not only that, guys, I think they should introduce new weapons, introduce new weapon combos, and introduce so many other type military weapons in this game, because there's really not a whole lot in this game as far as shooters, and I think they should improve on that in the future. But Dead Rising 4, guys, is a really fantastic game. I really do review this a very positive way, just because it really surprised me a lot. And despite the fact that it does not have co-op campaign, guys, that is okay. You get to still play with your friends on multiplayer mode, like I said. So that's really going to wrap it up for the review today, guys. This is not really a game that I really do reviews on, because this is really my first Dead Rising game that I actually wanted to get into. So I decided to give you guys a review on what I thought about it and what you guys should know. And that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys in the next one. This is Duckshots signing off.